For quite a long time now, if you've pictured a Suzuki Access 125, you're probably thinking about something that looks like this. But earlier this year, Suzuki India gave its bestseller a proper remake, and here we have the new Access. I'll be the first one to admit that not a lot has changed visually, but underneath the largely familiar skin, there's a lot of new things that are going on. For 2025, the Access uses a brand new frame, and Suzuki tells us this was done because of complications with the exhaust mufflers routing, because this scooter is now compliant with the stricter OBD2B emission norms. The engine is pretty much the same as it was before, but has seen some significant internal changes, like a new crankshaft, a new camshaft, as well as new crankcases. Because of these internal engine changes, the output has changed a little bit on the 2025 Access. Power is down a little bit and torque has risen. Perhaps the change that's likely to affect a prospective owner of the Access the most is the larger underseat storage. It has grown for 2025 and it holds just over 24 litres now. Suzuki has also given the 2025 model 2 storage cubbies instead of just one before. However, they are quite slim and you'll only be able to fit a 500 ml water bottle in here. A full-size 1 litre bottle just won't cut it. Like before, the Access's fuel filler is at the back, but for 2025, it's hidden behind this discrete plastic panel. Compared to the list of internal changes, the list of external ones isn't as long. Suzuki has chosen to retain the silhouette of the scooter and has given it a bit of a nip and tuck job. The LED headlight is now smaller and more rectangular than before, and the tail light is now separate from the indicators. Suzuki has also replaced these rather basic looking pillion foot pegs for these nicer brushed aluminium ones on the Access that you'll also see on the Awareness and the Bergman. And the final change is that Suzuki has chosen to remove the 125 after the name, simply calling it the Access now. I think the Access continues to be a good looking scooter, and this shade of green only enhances its visual appeal. Like with this design, some features on the Access have been carried over from before. For example, this LCD display on the top Ride Connect variant we have with us. This display can be paired to your smartphone via Suzuki's app, and you can receive notification and navigation alerts as well as use the app to track the various parameters of the vehicle. The lower variants of the Access will come with this simpler Digi analog display, and in my opinion, I think you should save the money that you'll pay for the LCD and get the middle variant of the Access with a front disc brake and this simpler display. Something else that has been carried over from before are these mirrors. Now these nice chrome mirrors you see are reserved for the top two variants, and while they look very good and they go with the Access's overall aesthetic, they don't show you a lot of what's happening behind you. In fact, I think the black plastic mirrors seen on the base variant do a better job of showing you what's behind you because of their more rectangular shape. And as the owner of a 2017 Suzuki Access, I have a bit of an interesting warning to share with you. These chrome mirrors, they look really nice, but they are very easy to steal and a little bit expensive to purchase again. I myself have had 2 sets stolen, so my solution to both those problems is to replace my scooter's mirrors with these ones. Coming to the important bit, how have all these changes affected the Access's riding experience? Truth be told, the 2025 model feels almost identical when you ride it compared to the previous one. And that's no bad thing. The Access's engine is one of the smoothest engines around, and there's really no vibration from 10 to 90 kilometers an hour. The engine also struck a wonderful balance between zippy performance and exceptional fuel efficiency in our test. The Access's suspension is also well judged, keeping its overarching role as a family scooter in mind, and it has the ability to shield you from all but the worst bumps on Mumbai's atrocious roads. It is also a wonderfully light scooter, and people of nearly all shapes and sizes will fit on it comfortably. For 2025, the scooter seat has become slightly longer and the padding is also a tad bit firmer. I actually welcome that stiffer cushioning because for my rather heavy 80 kilo frame, it means I don't sink into the hard base underneath too quickly. On the flip side, if you're someone who prefers a softer seat, this is easily fixable in the aftermarket. For all the things Suzuki has changed, the Access continues to roll on a 10-inch rear wheel, and that doesn't lend it the same reassuringly planted feel at high speeds as something like a TVS Jupiter. But other than that, there are no major problems with this scooter, and it continues to build upon its predecessor's formula of being just what a scooter should be. Frugal, practical, manageable for everyone in the family, and it's properly zippy too. Another major point to note is the Suzuki Access comes with a bulletproof reputation for reliability. My own BS4 scooter has done more than 42,000 kilometers and is still going strong. And Suzukis are generally easy to service and light on the wallet as well, which neatly brings me to the price. With prices ranging between 81,700 and 93,300, the Access is priced comparably to the 125cc rivals from Honda, Yamaha, TVS and Hero. And considering all these factors, it's easy to see why the Access has become such a widespread success in our country. If you're in the market for a new 125cc scooter, the Access continues to remain a really compelling option.